Hello everyone, here I am once again with you, your teacher Abdulatif Boughalen. Good morning my dear students at Khawarizmi High School, the Directorate of Marrakesh, the Regional Academy of Marrakesh, Safi. Good morning all my students, second year baccalaureate students across our country, Morocco. I hope that everyone is staying at home. We are here for you. Let's say, at any time you need our help. We are ready to sacrifice. We are ready for any sort and any kind of help. So today, as you can see, we're going to actually start a new video with a new unit. So as you can see here, we have unit number 7, International Organizations. For the people or the students who did not have the chance to actually see my or to follow my previous videos, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel as it is displayed on the screen here, or visit my Facebook page, which is English for All, as you can see here on the screen. So as you can see, today we're going to start a new unit, which is unit number 7, entitled International Organizations, and we're going to talk about the first, if you want, section, which is vocabulary, okay? So let me first try to explain the meaning of international organization. What is an international organization? What do we mean by international? So as you may know, and you may have already seen with your teachers, and you may have already seen in your classrooms when you actually had the chance to go to school, when we talk about something which is international, it simply means something that accounts for all the countries of the world. Hence, we can talk about international problems. We can talk about international relationships. We can talk about international agreements between countries. We can talk about international borders and international frontiers. So when we talk about international, it means something that goes beyond our countries, okay? When we talk about our country, Morocco, we can simply say that Morocco has some very strong international relationships or relations with other countries like the United States of America or the United Kingdom or France or Italy or Saudi Arabia and many other countries around the world. So something which is international is simply something which is global. We have the second word, the second key concept or key term that we have in the title is organizations. What do we mean by an organization? An organization is simply an association. An association or an institution which addresses certain global, of course if it is an international organization, it addresses certain global issues or certain global problems or certain global crises. The plural of the word crisis, a crisis, crises. As you can see today, and as you have been following in the news, the international countries, all the countries of the world are actually working together in order to actually put an end to the international or the global crisis that we have today, the global problem that we have today, which is COVID-19. So all the countries are trying to actually work very hard in order to find a cure, a remedy, or a particular and precise treatment to COVID-19 or what is called the coronavirus. So the international organization is an establishment if you want, an establishment which is, if you want, set up by international agreement, by international laws in order to address certain global problems. That's what we mean by an international organization. So if you want to actually understand it better, we're going to give certain examples of international organizations which address some global issues and global problems. I'll try to give you some specific and precise organizations which try to solve certain problems. let's start with, if you want, the United Nations, the UN. This is one of the biggest international organizations that we have in the world. So when we talk about the United Nations, it is an international organization which tries, or which, if you want, which is concerned about maintaining. To maintain means to keep, to maintain peace in the world. When we say to maintain peace, it means to stop any armed conflicts or to stop war between all the countries. If we have two countries that are fighting over a particular problem, the United Nations intervenes, or the United Nations intervene, because it's a group of countries, so they intervene in order to what? To stop the fight or stop the war between these, if you want, countries, and try to find some peaceful agreements and some peaceful, if you want, negotiations. The UN is a good example. I can also cite another example, which is the FAO, for example. The FAO is the Food and Agriculture Organization. So if we consider this organization, we will understand from it, if you want, its name, that it tries to what? To actually provide food and nutrition to poor countries. So we have the food and agriculture. It's also, this organization, the FAO, or the Food and Agriculture Organization, it promotes agricultural research in order to have some kind of self-sufficiency for very poor and third world countries. We're talking about self-sufficiency. Self-sufficiency in terms of food and agriculture, especially for third world countries. We also have, for example, Greenpeace. So Greenpeace is one of the biggest international organizations that addresses environmental problems. So Greenpeace fights for the preservation of the world environment, for the ecological system on our planet, on the earth. So it tries to protect the environment. It also protects all species which are threatened and which are menaced by, if you want, extinction. Okay? So another example of an international organization is the UNICEF. The UNICEF belongs to the biggest organization that I talked to you about, the UN. As you can see, we have the UN. They start with the same initials, with the same acronyms. So it is normally the United Nations, International. We have, see here, stands for children. Here we have emergency funds. So as you can see, the UNICEF tries to address, let's say, if you want, all the children who are actually under or maybe experiencing some very difficult conditions in order to provide enough food for them and also immunize them with, special vaccines against certain diseases like, the diseases that we have in Africa and many other parts of the world, like malaria, for example, like, certain types of, like the Ebola, for example, disease, and many other pandemics, okay? So the UNICEF tries to actually help all the children with these things, with food, vaccine, education, and so on and so forth. So this is another example of UNICEF. The UNESCO is another famous organization which also belongs to the UN. because they actually start with the same initials. So we have the United Nations, educational, S stands for scientific, C stands for culture, and O stands for organization. So the UNESCO's concern, or the UNESCO's objective, or its main goal is to protect our civilizations, to protect all the world countries' cultural heritage. Like for example, the UNESCO has some agreements with all the international, world, with all the countries to protect any monuments, or if you want, historical monuments. They try to protect them, preserve them, maybe finance these countries to actually refurbish, and if you want to take care of them, tries to rebuild any parts of them which are actually destroyed, and so on and so forth. So they try to preserve and protect our historical monuments, or our, if you want, historical heritage, part of our, for example, civilization and our culture. So as you can see, these are some examples of these international organizations. I will try to actually also provide you with some more organizations in my little booklet that I'm actually still working on. I will try to give you a book with all the 10 units, with the exercises and all these, if you want, vocabulary items. So I hope that you enjoyed this. If you want video, please try to concentrate on these things here. And don't forget to use the internet for more international organizations, because we have others. We have Médecins Sans Frontières, for example. We have, for example, if you want, the WHO, which is the World Health Organization. We have, if you want, for example, the IT, International Transparency. We have the, if you want, the United Nations Higher Commission for Refugees. We have the ICRC, the International Committee of the Red Cross. So we have many international organizations. Try to actually look onto the internet and look for more international organizations. Thanks for following me. Stay connected and stay in touch with all these videos and the previous ones that I uploaded to my YouTube channel, as I told you, or that I actually posted on my Facebook page. So as you can see here, I would like to give you some more, if you want, vocabulary about international organizations. I'm going to provide you with some very important lexical items that you need to remember, okay? So as you can see, we're going to start with the headquarters, okay? The headquarters mean the main administration of a company or organization, the main administration. And because many students are asking me to translate some difficult words, I will try to use some, if you want, words in Arabic or French so that I can, make things easy for you to understand. So when we talk about headquarters, the main administration of a company or organization, it simply means in Arabic, al-maqar, al-maqar al-ra'isi, or if you want, le siège, okay? So the headquarters are the main, if you want, administration of a company or organization. We have the second word, which is the Secretary General. The Secretary General. The Secretary General is the president or the manager of some organizations. So every association and every, if you want, company and every organization has a Secretary General. It's the president. It's the head of its board. Okay? It's a board. It actually has, this position has the right to decide about all the decisions of the association. Of course, with accordance with all the other members. So the general, or the Secretary General, it means simply, if you want, Al-Amin Al-Am. Al-Amin Al-Am. We have the General Assembly. The General Assembly is the highest governing board of an organization. the highest governing board of an organization. So the General Assembly is called l'Assemblée Générale or الجمع العام، أعلى هيئة ديال الحكم ديال واحد الجمعية، واحد ربما الأورجنايزيشن، واحد المنظمة. So General Assembly, l'Assemblée Générale، الجمع العام. Resolution. A resolution is a firm decision to do or not to do something. A firm decision. It means that no one and nobody has the right to violate this resolution. So a resolution is résolution. Even in French, in Arabic, it simply means al-qarar. Okay? For example, qarar al-Umam al-Muttahida. A resolution of the United Nations, or any other, if you want, organizations. A treaty. It's a formal, you need the letter R here. A formal and official agreement between two or more countries. A treaty is a formal and official agreement between two or more countries. The Arabic word for treaty is al-mu'ahada. Lobby. A strong, influential group. This word can be used even in Arabic or even in French. اللوبي مجموعة ضاغطة، مجموعة قوية رأسماليا. A group of people who are wealthy and they can decide about, if you want, the future of the whole country because they are financially strong and they actually control the economy. So they control also the decisions of the government, the decisions of the president and the governor of that country. So we say lobby. A strong, influential group. Influential means they have a very strong influence or a very strong impact tier. Humanitarian aid. Humanitarian aid, we have the word human. It means something which is related to human beings, insani. Humanitarian or humain. Humanitarian aid. Aid means assistance. L'aide. مساعدة. Humanitarian aid. Assistance like food, clothes and medicines to people in need. مساعدات إنسانية موجهة لأشخاص في وضعية صعبة. Humanitarian aid. The last word that we have here is bilateral diplomacy. So when we say bilateral diplomacy, we have bi, like bicycle. It means it actually combines two parts. So bilateral diplomacy, diplomatic relations and exchanges between two or more nations. So we have diplomatic relations or exchanges between two or more nations. So when we talk about bilateral diplomacy, it's the same word in French, la diplomatie bilatérale. La diplomatie bilatérale. العلاقات ثنائية between two countries. So as you can see here, we have a list of important vocabulary items, lexical items, which are all related to international organizations. Thank you so much guys for following me on this video. I hope that you enjoyed, all these important words or lexical items which are, if you want, related to international organizations. See you again in another video. Have a nice time and goodbye. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel as it is displayed on the screen, or visit my Facebook page English for All as it is also shown on the screen here. Have a nice day and see you in another video. Goodbye.